Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite makeup products of 2022. At the end of each year, I like to do this kind of wrap-up video, and I like to do it differently than others. I like to talk about the products that actually launched in the year, so these are all products that launched in 2022, not just like favorites from years past, you know? I feel like I have a pretty good roundup of products in front of me, and these are products I genuinely use like pretty much every day too. So I am wearing most of these products on my face today, so I'm going to talk about them kind of in order of application so you can see me using them as I'm talking about them. Okay, I just had to close my curtains. The sun was coming in and blinding me. So I'm going to start this off with the Sigma Hydro Melt Lip Masks. So these came out earlier this year. I think last year they launched the lip oils, which I think was a favorite from 2021. But these I love to apply before I start my makeup. So the very first thing I do is I pop on this lip mask and then I do my full face of makeup. And then when it's time to do my lipstick, my lips are already nice and hydrated. So I use two shades the most frequently. This one is Hush. It's just like, it's totally clear. It might have a tiny pink tint to it, but this one's Hush. And then the other one I like to use is in the shade Tint. Looks like that, and it's really not this dark. This is the one I used today, and it just gives like a nice little hint of color. It really does hydrate and moisturize your lips. Totally a favorite, and you can use my code ANGELABRIGHT to save 10% on Sigma. Okay, I might already be cheating. I think this product came out at the end of 2021, but I'm gonna count it as 2022 because I started using it 2022. Like, I think it came out in December, so this one's kind of cheating, but I freaking love this product. So this is the Nyx Brow Glue, and I think this is the best clear brow glue I have ever used. I think this is now my third bottle of it. So my brow hairs are really thick and it's really hard to get them to stand up. I used to get like a brow lamination done all the time, but I kind of stopped doing that because it's just expensive. So what I do is I take this and I like really get it into my eyebrows, and then I'll take a spoolie, brush them up, and then I'll take the end of the spoolie, kind of flatten them down, and even use my finger to really just like glue them to my face, you know? So in this clip of me doing my brows, you might think I look crazy, but now that my makeup's done, my brows do kind of settle down a little bit, but they stay in place all day. I just also love that this is the drugstore product, so it's inexpensive, so I use it literally every time I do my makeup, and I run out pretty quickly. So I also love that it's cheap and easy for me to get. Okay, next is a product I don't know if I've talked about much on my channel because I don't really show my base routine a lot. Most of my videos are just very focused on eyeshadow, but I am planning on doing an updated base routine video very soon, probably sometime in early January. But the Saie Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow, I love this product so much. So this product is advertised as like a glowy highlighter, I think similar to maybe like the Charlotte Tilbury one or the Orc Glow Lust, but what I like this for is for a primer. Let me like show you the texture of it because I kind of sucked at filming this part, but it's a really nice gel texture and it's so like moisturizing. I was reading up on it on Sephora and I think it's 75% water, so it really does like hydrate your face and just gives the nicest glow, but it's not glittery, it's not shimmery, and it just feels so smooth. So ever since I got this product, I apply it under every single foundation I wear, whether it's a matte foundation, a glowy foundation. I'm putting this underneath it. I even used this on my mom when I did her makeup, and she really liked how her skin looks. So if you have dry, maybe like dull looking skin, try this as a primer because I'm obsessed. They do sell it in a mini size too. All right, next is the Sigma Spectrum Color Correcting Duo in Light Medium. You can clearly see I love this product. It's like close to being done because I'm kind of like scraping the edges. But this launched earlier this year, and when I first saw it online, I thought it was like a cream bronzer duo. It's not, it's under eye corrector. And I've never really felt like I needed an under eye corrector in my routine. Like I've used the Becca one before. Is that the only one I can think of right now? Just the Becca one, right? But like that's long gone at this point. So when I received this from Sigma, I was like, oh cool, under eye corrector, I'll try it out. But I think this is so beautiful. You'll see in the clip here, it's so easy to apply and it's very thin and lightweight. It doesn't add any cakiness under your eyes. So I like to wear this either on its own for like a no makeup kind of day, or just underneath the concealer and it doesn't make it too cakey or anything. My mom also really likes this product too. I'm trying to get her into more cream products because I think they just look really good on her skin. So this is a favorite from her as well. All right, next is a concealer that I did not think I would love as much as I do. It is the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Concealer. So earlier this year, Sephora asked if I wanted to do a collaboration for this concealer and do like a little, it was an Instagram video. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, send it over. And I tried this concealer, and the first time I put it on, I wasn't filming. I was just like doing my makeup. I applied it and I was like, My under eyes look airbrushed right now. And I was genuinely shocked at how good this looked. So after the first time I used it, I just kept using it more and more. Like, I literally haven't used the other concealers in my collection since getting this one. Sephora sent me one shade and I ended up buying 2 more shades because I need it in all of my different shades I am. So it has a natural finish and it can be built up to full coverage. It says it's full coverage, but I would say it's more of a medium, but is buildable. And it's Sephora Collection, so it's inexpensive. I think it's only like $15, and they're always doing some kind of sale in Sephora Collection, so this is such a good concealer. Like, I literally haven't used anything else. All right, next is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I'm not wearing this today because it's clearly too dark for me. I am pale right now, and this is in my fake tan shade. This shade is actually like almost a tad bit too deep for me when I am fake tan, so I don't use it as often as I would like, but I do love this foundation. I've honestly been more into kind of like a tinted moisturizer formula this year. Before foundation, this one's really nice. It's a medium coverage with a natural finish, and it's very long wearing as well. I feel like I should buy this in like my actual shade, and I'll probably wear it a lot more, but for foundation, I really like this one this year. I did buy that new NARS one that came out. Was it the light reflecting one? And at first I really liked it, but I honestly kind of hate that foundation now. It wears terribly on my skin, and I kind of feel like we didn't see a lot of new foundations this year. Like, the NARS one, the House Labs one is pretty popular. I didn't pick that one up, but anyways. Okay, I am not being dramatic when I think that this is my favorite product that launched in the entire year. Maybe second favorite, but like, it's up there, like 1, 2. It is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. I feel like this was the year of cream bronzers. I was using the Saie cream bronzer, the Anastasia cream bronzer, so when this one first came out, I didn't pick it up because I was using the Saie one a lot, and I was like, I don't need another cream bronzer, I'm good. And then I don't remember why I ended up buying it, but I bought the shade, I bought 2 shades. I bought Power Boost and Happy Soul. Power Boost is a perfect shade for me. Power Soul is just a little too deep. So like I said, I was using the Saie one a lot, and when I first used this, you know, I draw it on, blended it out. It blends out so easily. I understand the hype behind this now, because I remember seeing so many people talk about this Rare bronzer stick, and I was like, it can't be that good, but it truly is. The undertone is just perfect. It's so easy. It glides on. It blends out beautifully. Ugh, I love it. Like, I already know when I finish this product, I'm going to buy another one. Okay, I have a few more products from Sigma. I feel like Sigma just had some solid launches this year. So this year they also came out with their powder bronzers, powder blushes, and powder highlighters. I was honestly kind of surprised to see Sigma come out with these powder products when I feel like cream products are so much more popular, but they did a really good job with these. I specifically really like the light matte bronzer, but I like using a matte bronzer like this because then I can apply like my Hourglass Ambient lighting powder on top to get the glow where I want it, and this just blends really well. They did only come out with 4 shades, so I would like to see more shades in the future, but the formula is really nice. And then they came out with 6 blush shades, I think. Some of them are kind of new. They did have a blush palette before. They had like the Corday Rosa blush palette. I think that's what it's called, and that had 6 blushes in it. So some of those shades are repeats, so we have seen these before, but I feel like you can't go wrong with a powder blush. These are pigmented, but not too pigmented. Today I'm wearing Tiger Lily, so here's what it looks like swatched. Just a very pretty peachy color, has a slight gold undertone to it. But their highlighters are what I loved most this year because I feel like I was missing a good single highlighter in my collection. We will talk more about highlighters in a second, but Sigma came out with 6 highlighters, so I was like, I am bound to find a good go-to highlighter, and I did. So this shade in Sizzle has been my go-to. So pretty. The formula of this is beautiful. The reflection is not too much. It layers very nicely. Love the highlighters. Speaking of blushes and bronzers, I wanted to share with you my favorite blush bronzer brush of this year. Wow, that was hard to say. It is the Sigma F12 setting powder brush. So it looks just like this, but this has been my go-to for blush and bronzer. I just love the shape of it. It has such a nice give to it. Sigma did also come out with this F24 all over powder brush this year. So there's these two together. This one's just kind of like a bigger version, but I love the round shape of these. And again, this one has a nice give to it too. So I like to use this bigger one for setting my whole face with a powder, but this one for blush and bronzer. Oh, I have another face brush I wanted to share. This is the Sigma Chiseled Cheek F76 brush. So when this brush first came out, I was using it for cream bronzer, cream blush, and I liked it, but it like wasn't exactly what I wanted. And then I was talking to Sigma's makeup artist, Danny, and we were just like talking about this brush, and she was like, oh, I love it for foundation. And I was like, I literally never thought of that for foundation, but like, let me try it. And this brush has now become my new favorite foundation brush. Like, I rarely use my Real Technique sponge anymore. This one's my go-to. I used to really like this F79 for foundation. It's like the under eye concealer brush, but this one's like, it's pretty dense. It's almost like a kabuki brush. This one has a nice little give to it. So I just feel so good buffing on my foundation with this brush. And that's kind of the funny part, is that like, you don't have to use brushes as what they're for. Does that make sense? It says chiseled cheek, but it can be a foundation brush. Okay, I do want to get back to highlights for a second, because these just came out a week or two ago, and they're already in my 2022 favorites video. I'm sure you're already gonna know what highlighters I'm talking about. It's the new Rare Beauty ones. These are freaking gorgeous, and I'm kind of mad at myself for buying them because I did not need new highlighters. You saw me literally just talk about the Sigma highlighters that came out earlier this year, which I did love, but something about Rare Beauty and like this nude packaging, I was like, I need it right now, so I bought two. There's something about this formula. I think they're called like the Silky Touch highlighters, and I totally agree with that. It really is like silky smooth. Oh, and you only need like a tiny bit of product and it picks up beautifully. So I bought the two lightest shades, Enlighten, which I am wearing today. This is the lighter one. And then Exhilarate, which is more of like a champagne color. But even these two mixed together is so pretty. So I love these, but they're like literally brand new to my collection, but they're already a favorite. I was really trying to go in some type of order here, but I got all mixed up, so I'm just gonna keep going. Next, I have the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Gosh, that's a long name. It's like the balmy bronzer one. Like I said, this really was the year of like cream bronzers. So sometime in the middle of the year, Mario came out with these two, the Skin Perfector and the Skin Enhancer, and I bought these right away because I was like, oh, these are gonna go viral. I want these now. They're gonna sell out. I think I was having like FOMO from missing out when the Rare Beauty bronzer first launched, so when I saw this, I was like, I need to snag this up now. Oh my gosh, Angela. And I feel like it kind of took me a minute to figure out the best way to use this product, but let me tell you how I like to use it. So the thing with this bronzer, I love the balmy texture it has, and it's like, it's so slippery in a good way though. And so it gives you warmth, but it doesn't give you coverage, if that makes sense. Let me swatch the Anastasia cream bronzer next to it so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I haven't used this one in so long. Ugh, this looks gross on my hand. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but the Anastasia one has like a coverage to it, whereas the Makeup by Mario one, it literally just like sinks into my skin and gives me a little bit of warmth. So then how I like to use it is actually on like a no makeup kind of day. Is that right? No makeup kind of day. No makeup kind of day. No. All right. So that's how I like to wear this product, is on a no makeup kind of day. So I'll take my little Sigma Under Eye Duo, put that under my eyes. I'll take this and I'll apply this as a regular bronzer all along my forehead, my cheeks, and my chin. And I just love the little bit of warmth it gives me. I don't like this product on a day like today where I'm wearing a full face of makeup, but on a day where I want to look natural, kind of like that model-esque off-duty look. I don't know what I'm saying. That's what I like this product for. Speaking of Makeup by Mario, I have also been loving this lip duo. I've been using it like in every video since I got it. So it's the Mauve Nude Lip Kit Duo, something like that. So you get a mini lipstick and a mini lip liner, but I think these sizes are good. Like, this is a lot of product, especially for someone like me that just has a lot of products in general. Like, I don't always need to have full-size products, so I kind of like the minis. I think they're cute. But I just love this lipstick color so much, and at first I didn't think I would really like it. I actually bought this kit because he had another one that was like more peachy, and that's what I would normally lean towards, but I was like, let me try something different. So hearing the word mauve nude, I didn't really think I would like it, but I really like this color, and now I'm like questioning everything. I'm like, am I a mauve nude girly? I don't know, but like, Ugh. But I really love this lip combo, and I like this combo when I'm pale and tan, which is kind of rare for me, so I feel like I can wear this literally anytime. Okay, I really am all over the place with this because I wanted to mention this product like second. It is the Patrick Ta brow pencil. So if you watch my channel for a couple of years, you would know that the Benefit Precise in my brow pencil was my favorite brow pencil for like literally 5 years. I was in the Benefit brow competition. They would send me PR, but I have a little beef with them right now. They're like not paying smaller influencers for content, which I just don't agree with. So I'm not using and supporting the brand anymore. So like I literally don't use anything Benefit anymore. Anyways, but when I made that decision, I was like, well, shit, now I got to replace my favorite eyebrow pencil. So I did buy the Kosas one, the one with the pink packaging, and I used that for a while and I liked it, but I didn't love the shape of the tip. And then I saw Patrick Ta came out with this and I was like, yes, I'm gonna love this. So this has the ittiest bittiest tip in the world for an eyebrow pencil, and I just very lightly fill in my brows now. Like I'm not doing the whole thing like I used to do, so I just love this product, and I love a brow pencil with a spoolie on the end. You can't go wrong with it. They got a good color range. So this has been my new favorite brow pencil of the year. Now I'm sure that so many of you are like, Angela, what are your favorite palettes? We want to know everything. I only have 3 favorite palettes from the year. I'm gonna get off topic for a second. Let me know if you want to see this. I'm trying to come up with like different video ideas, and obviously other people have done this. This is not an idea I made, but I was like, this sounds kind of fun. I want to do a video where I rank all of the palettes that I tried in the year 2022. So I actually went through all my videos, I counted them up, I ranked them, and I tried 33 palettes this year, and I only have 3 favorites. So I don't know what that says. Am I picky? Yes. But anyways, let me know if you want to see that kind of video, because I would like to try to do more talking videos. Being honest with you, doing these talking videos and talking about products are very hard for me, and I would like to get better at them. So if you want to see that kind of video, let me know. But let's talk about my 3 favorite palettes of this year. I'm going to start off with my number 1, and if you watch my channel, say it with me, Natasha Denona, My Dream Palette. Ah! Natasha, when this palette came out, I got it in PR. She sent it to me. Thank you, Natasha. I opened it and my boyfriend was in the room and I was like, babe, this is my new favorite palette. And he was like, how do you know that already? And I was like, just look at it. It's perfect. I think I have 3 or 4 videos up with this palette already on my channel, but I just love everything about this. Where do I start? I love this palette because there's a mixture of like neutral matte shades, some warm shades, some pops of color. You got a black, you got good lid shades. Like this is everything I want in a palette. And apparently Natasha's dream palette is also my dream palette. And that's what I love about it. I can see myself using every single shade, and I have used every single shade. So I'm gonna keep using this and loving this forever. But also going off of that, the whole My Dream collection I freaking love. I am wearing this lip gloss today on top of that Make It by Mario lipstick, and I also like the lipstick that she came out with. The lip liner I use all the time too, but I love the shade of lipstick as well. The formula is very creamy, very pigmented. I also just love the packaging, like the nude with the black splatter, so cute. So this is easily my favorite launch of the year. That's what I was comparing the Rare Beauty bronzer to. It's like, is this my favorite of the year or the Rare Beauty bronzer? I think this one. This whole collection is number 1 for me, Rare Beauty bronzer being my 2nd favorite launch of the year. Okay, this palette, you might think I'm like crazy because it's kind of a weird palette for me, but this is the Urban Decay Mini Little Naked Sin palette. I just love this little palette. I used it on my eyes today. I just love small little palettes like this, again, where I can see myself using every single shade. You have a light kind of highlight shade, some lid shade options here, a nice neutral kind of blending transition shade, and then a deeper brown to deepen it up. Like, it's so simple and easy. I also feel like this would be a very beginner-friendly palette. Urban Decay's formula, it's not the best, it's not amazing, but it works, it's doable, and I think it's very good for beginners. Now my last favorite palette is the Anastasia Rose Metals palette, and this one's really funny too because I almost didn't buy this palette, like straight up. I think what happened is that she came out with Nouveau earlier this year and I used it and I was like, oh, it's okay, like I love her formula, but I wasn't obsessed with this palette. So when I saw this one, I was just kind of meh about it online. I was kind of sad that she was going away from like her velvet packaging with like the size of eyeshadow she was using. Like, these are big pans in here, and this just feels like kind of a different vibe for her, so I didn't have high expectations at all. But after I used this palette, I was like, oh, I kind of love this. I say this every single time I use her shadows, but I think she has the best eyeshadow formula out there. The mattes in here are amazing. Even the shades that lean a little more satiny, where she puts like a tiny bit of shimmer in there, I thought I would hate those, but I love those shades as well. They're very easy to blend out. And her shimmers just like, they pack a punch, man. Like, are you serious? So I'm totally a fan of this palette, and it's like the rich, deep shades that I like to wear, so this is a favorite for me. Okay, I do have to do a shameless plug in here really quick. I have to mention my favorite lashes that launched this year, and they're from my brand, the Bright Lashes, in the style Daydream. Oh my goodness. I am wearing these today, and these are just like the fluffiest but prettiest lash ever. They're not too over the top, but they're definitely like, it's a lash. You can tell I'm wearing a lash, but I don't feel like it's too much. This has quickly become my new everyday lash. Like, I want to wear with every single look, so I have to stop myself and be like, Angela, like, you have 10 other styles to wear those ones too, but Daydream is my go-to. Okay, I have one more product to talk about, and this one might be a cheat as well because I definitely don't think these came out in 2022, but it's a new brand to me that I tried in 2022, and I am obsessed, so I want to tell you about it. So this is the Presson Nail brand called Olive in June. So I first tried these because I did a collab with e.l.f. earlier this year. I don't remember what it was. There's an e.l.f. palette and some nails, and I was like, oh, Presson Nails, cool. I used to be a big fan of the Impress Nails by Kiss, the little like, has a little sticky tab on it and you just press it on, and I was always kind of scared of like the glue on nails because I thought the glue was super damaging. I thought it would just be like a mess and really tricky to do. So when I got that PR package, I was like, cool, Presson Nails, I will try them, and I fell in love with them and the brand. So here's what you get inside one of these nail cases. So you get 42 nails in 21 sizes. That is the most sizes I have ever seen with the Presson Nail. So you get like these basic sizes, which are the ones that fit me, and inside there's a little baggie that has like extra small sizes and extra big sizes. You also get a little 2-in-1 file and buffer. You get a wooden cuticle pusher, a prep pad, and a glue. Guess how much this is? Like $10 to $12. When I saw the price, I was like, there's no way. And it's true. It's true. So ever since I discovered this brand, they are now like the only brand of press-on nails I use. I am wearing some today. I'm wearing red nails, which is very different for me. I don't like red, but I will put on a little bit of red during the holidays. It's like my one attempt at being festive, so there's your red nails. But here's what they look like. I didn't trim these at all. I love the length of these because I hate super long nails. I can't do anything if my nails are any longer than this. This one I'm showing you is in the extra short length, which I also really like. And these are just the best press-on nails in my opinion. I can get them to last probably a week and a half before some of them start popping off or I just want to change my nails. Like, I don't even pay to go to the salon anymore. I think paying for nails is a waste of money. I would rather do this at home. All right, so that is going to wrap up this 2022 favorites video. Let me know what your favorites are from this year. Did we have any similar ones? I would love to know. I have another video idea I want to ask you about. I saw some people doing a video where they would revisit their 2021 favorites and like talk about whether they still use them. Are they still a favorite? Did they declutter it? So if you want to see something like that, let me know because I think that sounds like a really fun video to do. I will be posting a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial later this week, so stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.